Hello and welcome to episode 31 of the Gluten-Free Psychiatry Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Daniel Williams. Visit me at mindshiftcare.com. Today we're going to talk about physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional freedom as a lifestyle. What would it take? It would take you to understand conscious programming, unconscious programming, nature therapy, because much of this is already built in, and we can learn a lot from other animals, for example, on how to cope, and survival instincts. So in the Mindshift Method course coming up in September 26, I integrate quantum physics through the lens of ancient ancestral healing practices. Now lay all that over on top of mainstream psychiatry, and you discover that all of the different schoolhouses that teach things like university systems, religious systems, animal programs, nutrition, that they might all be leaving something out. And so I've made sure that the Mindshift Method course is mostly taught 99% of things that you don't hear about from any of those mainstream sources. So I've got all these credentials on the wall. I looked at MMA conditioning coach because I like extreme sports psychiatry. I follow the UFC and also super motocross, the motorcycle races. And both types of personal trainers, whether you're a fighter or a motorcycle racer, and I'm sure this is true in other sports where you have to move your body, they do a lot of subconscious programming. And I saw one example that's used in both different professions to show you how subconscious programming is necessary for you to survive, especially when it really counts in the movement of your body, like getting out of the way of a car or a fight or something like that, or a dog or anything at the zoo, for example. People just don't move out of the way anymore. So I'm going to give you back that subconscious programming. But you'll find that people aren't moving out of the way, and they'll do an exercise where they stand on one foot, standing on one of those half yoga balls, and then keep their balance and try to hop up and down if possible. And then someone else in the room is moving all around them, throwing back and forth a tennis ball, playing catch while you're hopping on a half yoga ball. And what that does is it makes your body do too many things for you to consciously think about it at the same time. And you're forcing your body to make the right decisions when you're thinking about something else. They all do that. You train your twitch. You train your subconscious. And so I've integrated what are those survival moves right into the course. And so we're going to talk about how to release your subconscious programming. We're actually going to experience it in the course coming up. Then we need to know, what should we replace it with? And if you've been watching a lot of Hollywood, then you're programmed, you've seen the wrong moves in all the movies forever, your whole life. And you cannot undo the power of your visual images. You are not trained to move out of the way if you've watched a lot of Hollywood and entertainment. So that is the Mindshift Method course. I hope to see you there. Deadline to enroll is September 1st, 2026. Visit me at mindshiftcare.com.